Okay, what's going on, Village Chemical? To make a dash. I did end up having to look up a walkthrough. So it's the stupid freaking jar again. So the statement you're supposed to present it against is the one where she says, the pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. I guess doing this will like be sort of like a press thing. I don't know why it wouldn't just be a press though. I mean, the music stops, so let's see. This guy, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister, forging the evidence. You made the forgery in the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered. I can't. It's not displaying fantasy. If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been useless. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. I don't see what it is. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, the pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plans. That's right. Do you have a problem with that? How if I know? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message is written on this jar with the victim's blood. Okay, so is she saying that the pieces, the shattering would have actually helped her? That seems a bit nitpicky. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. Exclamation point. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Oh! Okay. So, I guess it would have been broken later by Gant, perhaps? See, or did she break? See, he couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. Probably how it broke, I suppose. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are. So does this mean we can call Gant back? About the truth towards which we're headed? Or maybe Emma? What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. So we're gonna get another testimony. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Dun. Okay, so it's a whole new testimony, not just an initial statement. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. Okay, that makes sense. The power was out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. I think I know. You're the one who wiped away this message of blood. I think I know exactly what piece of evidence to present. I'm not sure which statement yet. It may be something we have to press. I'll just do them in order still, but I have a feeling that it's going to be that, the wiper thing with Emma's fingerprints on it, that we're supposed to present here. See, because if Lena had wiped them, why are Emma's fingerprints on it? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. Okay, so that's why she tried to erase the real evidence. So it was only to protect her. Very well, the first one ever gets cross-examination. Cross-examination jar and message in blood. I love how, actually, I'm specifically going to, instead of what I normally do, which is cut to the left side, the top screen, when that pops out, I'm going to actually show the right side, because it still has, me and Edgeworth sort of going head to head when 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 we really we're working together right now. Okay. Right. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. Wait, so the jar was already broken. So it wasn't already broken. See, it's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. Wow, but not as feeble as the judge's judgment. Wow. See, you're an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe who didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have, but then she's gonna say, but it was dark. But it was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know about your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. So she's saying if she had known that, she would have forged the evidence even harder. Well, that helps my case. Lena, you do that for me? Oh, it's so sweet. She'd break laws to protect your sister from something that isn't really a crime. It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. But what about the knife planting? If someone happened upon... Excuse me. My stupid yawning. Always at the worst time, see? If someone happened upon the scene, you lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking! To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. So the blood was wiped away on all but the pieces that was in the, Okay, so there was one piece that was being kept in Gant's safe, which didn't get wiped. But the other pieces which weren't in Gant's safe were. So, So that means, in that case, that when she wiped, so it must have broken between when it must have broken between when Marshall wrote it and when she wiped it, and that piece somehow got stashed away. Huh. Watch it be the jar that we have to present again. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. So, yeah, so basically, she definitely sent an innocent man to his death. Don't. What else could I have done in that situation? You could have just told the truth. See, Lena! I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Why am I doing judgment? See, the fragments were so large, so I'm sure I got them all. Except you didn't! Because one of them was in Gant's safe. There, let's press that. But how could you see with the power out? See, it should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. So a detective is basically a Boy Scout. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. But then why... I'm not even gonna say... Even I carry my bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. Oh, good for you, Emma. See, I never miss anything. I got every last piece. No, you didn't. All I could think about was wiping them clean. Excuse me. Oh. Before they were discovered. See, like, you go and watch, like, any video from any game other than this one, and I don't yawn like I do when I play. I don't know what it is about this game. The only thing I can really think of is the fact that I have to talk pretty much incessantly instead of Where other games there might be a break for a cutscene or something. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, she is admitting to that. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. Well, you've been trying to accuse it as trying to protect your sister for this entire trial. But you're really not even protecting her from anything. It's manslaughter at best. She's a juvenile. She's not gonna, it was in self-defense. I mean, she's not gonna be charged with anything. Right. I'm so sorry, Lena. I didn't know. I treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late to start treating her badly for forging evidence, perhaps. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. Exclamation point! Oh, god damn these guys! I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Okay, I think what I need to start doing is looking at the evidence. Specifically the jar and the final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. I think it's going to be present that against the second to last statement. See, this one, evidence for something with what bears Emma Sky spent with a strip of cloth. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'll take this state first, but okay, no, but once I'm done taking the state, I'm going to. Oh, whoops! I think I've saved it in the wrong slot. But I'm going to present it against the jar against the fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. Because she didn't get them all. Okay, I was right. Right. This guy, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. It's a stupid motherfucking jar. I think this jar has been the evidence to present in like half the presentations on this day of the trial. Right. What? Right. We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? Man, I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. See, there was still blood on it. The lines. Right. But the witness just testified that she got every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Apparently not. She missed one. See. Yes, she leaves with only one explanation. Right. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, see, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Gant was, and so, well, okay, one thing I'm confused about that, though. Why would Gant only steal one piece? That's strange, see. Chief Gant got there before you. Because the defendant simply missed a piece. That actually seems to be the more likely explanation here. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. She's an ace detective and I'm an ace attorney. See, that may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth. Ha! Can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor, when this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. So, that means, okay, so this is going to explain it. So, the jar wasn't broken when Neil wrote it, but then Gant somehow broke the jar, while he was there. Oh, that! There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Doc downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? We don't say, oh, I'm going to object. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? So, and yes, Judge, I would have said this earlier, but, I objected too quickly. We are, in fact, implying that this person was Chief Gant. And the question I'm not wondering is why did he hide it? The question that I'm wondering is why would he break the jar and then only take one piece of it? See, ... Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? It's almost like he's having a breakdown, almost like as if he was on the stand. Wait! I'm not the one on trial here! Or, on trail. He's not the one on trail! See, Demogant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. I imagine it's a typo. See, he proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Why would he hide that piece? Question. Excuse me. Question. What is this action called? That would be evidence forgery, so he's at least got that against him. We don't have him for murder yet. We'll hope we can see fabrication. See. But why would Chief Cop do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene. The Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Khan's aid. So are we saying that it wasn't actually Emma who killed him, and Gant arranged it to make it look like that? Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Doc, sparing Emma. And here is the reason, so that he could blackmail Nancy. The reason why Miss Sky became the Chief's puppet. I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. So, you now have your words from Emma. Don't try to protect her anymore. You know, protect yourself. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Not on purpose, but she did. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. I think isn't that usually prosecuting attorneys? Foul lies. Imagine that coming from my own client. God. You almost forget that she's actually your client, as someone say, I guess you seem like this type of person. Oh, of course, you would bring that against me. All my baseless accusations that totally happened, I totally didn't just reload the save after all of them. Wait, not. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Wait, maybe right after all. So he's coming to the same conclusion that I just did. What do you mean, Wright? So you tell foul lies things? No. But we did miss him. Miss Sky, please testify once more. Okay, we're gonna get a final testimony. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. There we go. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Or perhaps you knocked over Dark, and then Gant just set it up to make it look like you knocked over Marshall. This guy, if you will, prove your sister's innocence. I can't. Now it's sort of conflicting with her desire to protect Emma and her desire to protect Chief Gant. I would really think Emma would win over here, but I guess not. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Unless potentially Gant might actually physically try to hurt her, or otherwise damage her reputation directly. Exclamation point. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well, I'll testify about what I really saw. Finally, alright, the witness may testify once more, for the final time! Witness testimony, actual crime scene. So, but this would be after Gant had already fabricated it. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Ella and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. Excuse me. Dude. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. Why would you immediately come to that conclusion, of all things? That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. Now, why wouldn't you think that Dark did? I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Which, if that's what we're gonna hope to prove, see. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword! And I said, you were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Well, I do, maybe. I mean, she's not the attorney here. Not. Actually, I do have proof. She does? Excuse me. Fuck this yawning man, see? Exclamation point! I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. You did? See, what to me? Oh, the evidence law, somehow. See, it's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. Okay, she never gave me anything like that. Unless perhaps it's in the evidence law book. See, I thought it might be needed. See, but I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lena must have known. See, Miss Wright? She really does have faith in you. Right. Very well, Miss Wright, please present this picture. Right. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lena. Lena said she gave it to you this morning. Lena said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. It's going to be in the evidence. Let's check the evidence again. See, there must be a picture in there somewhere. Okay, so it moved to the right screen on it. So it's gonna have to be the evidence law. Let's check for details. Okay, so before it just showed the see, can we open the book perhaps? No, so the only thing that we can examine really looks like the thing on the back. But okay, we'll examine this in the next one, I think. So beforehand, when I clicked check, it just showed the 2 rules of evidence law. Perhaps this was there's something in there. Okay, we'll examine that picture thing in the next one. I'm a dash in that.